Hey guys, KC Jilly here. I was in the greenhouse and I noticed a few little things popping up and thought I'd share. All right, so our kale's all filling in. And the white Boston lettuce has begun. The romaine is doing just fine. Iceberg filling in pretty nice. What is that stuff? Oak leaf red, doing good. All right, this one's pretty minimal. My bronze mignonette. Okay. Marvel of Four Seasons, got a little bit. Tom Thumb, he's popping up there. The red salad bowl lettuce is filling out real good. Butter Crunch looks pretty good. Romaine Cimarron's doing well. And I even have a few of the Great Lakes. So there's my lettuce starts. They're coming on along. And you can see right down below. Carrots are doing just fine. I'm going to show you in a minute. I've got some more somewhere else, but all my onions are doing okay. I need to pick all them weeds out now. They're getting big enough now and get a hold of them good. Orange tree's doing good in here. Have a few more carrots in here. Way too many really, but you know, these I really will thin because they're not going to do as great in that little pot. And this old basil, I just stuck it in there in case somebody wanted it, but haven't been able to give it away, and there isn't much time left for it anyway. Now, this made me smile. Looky, looky. I got one here. Got another there. Got one there. One over here. And look at that. All right. So, my taters are starting to come on up. As of right now, I got this guy. What's that? I think I got another one right there. Not seeing as many here. I believe this is the red. I know they're coming. They just hadn't made it up yet. But so we're going to say for sure I got two of them coming up over here in this one. And look at this. I believe this is Yukon Gold. Look at all those guys. I don't even have to tinker with them. They're popping on up on their own. Looking pretty darn good. No complaints. All right. Down here, I got a few more carrots in between those brassicas. I got one little strawberry back there, but I've planted the strawberries all over the place. I cut down two of the okra plants because their time's almost done, and most likely this stuff won't make it either, but I thought, you know what? I've never had any of those China jade cucumbers. And as you can see, I put them where they'll climb up these old mater plants. And we'll see. I got my heaters back in action, ready to go. I had to clean it up, take it apart twice, clean out that little pilot light section on it. But that dude's running good right now. And this is kind of our temperature. It's a rainy day here in Kimball County. You can see I got carried away on my tomatoes again, but I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't see what was in there. So while I lied to you and I said I wasn't going to chop on them anymore, I had to see what was in there. And they're flowering a lot. I've got a lot of stuff still trying to make. We'll see how long I can get through the season on it though. I just really don't know, to be honest with you. Depends on how it does in this greenhouse once I get done with all that stuff. But, you know, things they are a-growing. I know the cold's coming though, so I've been trying really hard to get ready so that it doesn't bomb me and kill off everything. You can never tell. I guess you kind of can today, but anywho, so I got all this happening in the greenhouse and I'm ready to grow a little something and hoping it's going to work out. Show you another thing or two. And you guys know how I tell you how Mama gets mad when I cut on them elephant ears. I couldn't stand it either. I need to mow back here and they're just so far over, so I decided to cut them. But I didn't waste them. I used them. Look what I did with them. So I made an elephant ear carpet to kind of just cover up this stuff. There's some clover growing in between there, and I cut the comfrey back. I used the leaves of it and stuffed up underneath the other side of this fig tree. But I have a bunch of crappy grass. You can see this dadgum Bermuda grass stuff right here. It's so thick and strings out so far, I can't beat it. So I'm gonna really concentrate on this corner because it's trying to get started in here real thick. And I'm gonna keep it covered up, and I'll use our elephant ears and the comfrey and maybe the black tarp later on before I put anything good in here to plant. So that's going on there. You can see, aren't they pretty? I wish I'd have known those dang marigolds don't pop out around here until this time of year, because I guarantee you I had probably 10 or 15 of these plants all over my yard, and they didn't do anything, and they looked terrible after the heat, so I just chopped all of them down except for that one. I let it stay. So they're awful pretty. I'm gonna save the seeds from the flowers and grow them again next year, knowing their size now. I didn't realize they got 20 feet tall. I was expecting some little old, foot tall or so little bush, but no, that thing is a good 4.5, 5 feet tall. It's taller than that dang propane bottle over there, and that's a 100-pound propane bottle, so that's a pretty big thing. And I almost forgot to tell you, the sides there, I you know what I did? I just cheated, and I used one 20-foot stick on the top and one 20-foot stick on the bottom, and a couple of angles and T's, and I made one long PVC framed side that I can take off and put back on. Really easy, super light. My wife and Ace and my grandson can lift that thing. And it's got bubble wrap, like you wrap up your stuff. It's to packages, to mail stuff. It's got bubble wrap around it, and then this big sheet of plastic, which is 6 mil. So I think not only will it keep it warm, I'll just screw it in and snug it up there. And I left these sides long on purpose because I'll take out the marigold and I'll wrap the sides so it'll seal off good. And I did the same dang thing on the other side. Looks like a mess, but let's see here. You can see that works pretty good. And this overlaps enough, it'll keep it in. I just put a screw in a couple of key places. That guy will seal right up, and I'll put my stuff back down. I think I'm ready for winter now as far as that place goes. Okay, I left just what counted. There's a tomato or two hiding down in there. Don't know if you can see that guy down in there. I think there's 2 of them in there, so I left this little group right here to continue on. Brassicas. There's one pepper plant, probably ain't gonna do anything. I'm not really worried about it. Got a couple right here. So I left this plant. You notice how much more open it is in there. I'm getting ready for all my brassicas. I've got some full-size tomatoes, and got some sun golds over here. And down here, I have the last of the blueberries. Aren't they cool? They go from starting out green like that to getting purple shoulders. You see, there's another one. Then they get kind of an orange color and until they turn totally red. There's every stage of them right there. That one is ready. I wish they tasted good. They're really pretty. I like to look at them, but dadgum. Okay, these strawberries are starting their own little world back here. Asparagus is actually seeding again, which is cool. So, got something to look forward to next year. And a cleaned house out here. Squirt likes it. He can run through there without getting a spanking as much. He tears up stuff not meaning to. The bell peppers this year have really blown me away. And look here, this is a Michihili cabbage. I thought it was Michelini. I went back and looked. It's Michihili. So that guy's already getting big. So there ain't no telling. They seem to be doing pretty well in the bok choy. They look pretty healthy considering the critters been munching on them. But I got more room for the next round, and they're out there getting ready at the secret garden. So let's go show you some more little things. Okay, now I counted this guy. I counted all the tomatoes up in this bush. This one single bush has like 45 to 50 tomatoes hiding in there. They are all over the place. The little one's starting. You can see every stage. But this guy has been my best producer. I want to say all year long, this tomato bush right here has produced more than any I've ever had. You can see back here, got a few Romas going now. Hopefully they'll make before it's too late. And the cabbage down here, sorry. The cabbage down here is looking okay. It's all healthy. The bugs haven't eaten it as much over here, and I don't know if it's because of this big old basil bush or what. I noticed out at the secret garden that critters actually ate on my basil bush out there, so I guess the bugs are hungry. I thought they did not mess with the basil. That's one of the reasons I planted it, to kind of shoo off insects, but don't know how much time we got, but I got a little bit of stuff happening. Now, let's see if I can do this slow so I don't make you dizzy. We're gonna go to the planter. So all the strawberries that were here have been relocated. I actually put them, sorry about my hand blurs it out, but right over there in between the elephant ears and the fence, right there, that little gap, there's strawberries in there, and there's strawberries in there right by that grapevine. But in their absence, this one, when I was trying to clean the thing up, it was hiding in there, so I left it to start over again with, since it worked so well. All those little green guys you're seeing there, and all down through there, and all down through there, that's all carrots. So I'm not even that big of a carrot fan, but dadgum, I've seemed to be able to grow them pretty well here, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. Maybe I'll learn to love carrots a little more. Surely don't dislike them, but all right, you see we got some radishes here. Hopefully some of them will make. For some reason we don't, they always look green and healthy like this, but the roots just don't make too many good radishes, so we'll see. This is some of that lettuce that my wife and Asen planted, the little bit that made. Every time I start something in here, I think carrots will be okay, but we get a crazy rain or thunderstorm, and if you'll look here, you can see my roof overlaps about half of this bed, but this front half here, it takes a killing from the rain, just comes down here and washes that thing out, and so everything that's growing in there gets mixed up, messed up, just real life. All right, my little sneaky I've got down there. But look, there's the garlic. It's all coming on up back in there, and there's Asen's little watermelon that's not gonna do anything. All right, let's get to that last bed over there. Okay, so even over here, I've got a couple of tomatoes. Putting them on now, see? It's been such perfect conditions for growing tomatoes here lately. Of course, it's always right at the end, so you got your fingers crossed the whole time wondering if you're gonna be fortunate enough to get anything out of it, or if the freeze is gonna sneak up on you. You can see I don't even know what kind of pepper this is, but it's making. So I got some peppers there. All right. And I picked off 5 bell peppers already. Y'all believe that? This year has been the best year for bell peppers, just right here at the end of this season, that I have ever had. I've never picked so many, and they're making so well. Oh, look at that big old guy. Isn't that wonderful? Look down there. They're just kicking butt. Makes me happy. Oh man. I've been making some fajitas. I like good old bell pepper in there. You see all them guys. I mean, the bell peppers are just getting after it. Okay. And the golden cayenne. There is a person here locally. We'll see, but I'm willing to give this thing to somebody. Maybe my mother-in-law. I might pot it up for her, but I'm not interested in these guys. They're too dang hot for me. I just don't, it's too much. I don't like that heat. And so I'm gonna give that guy away, but they make peppers real good. They've made peppers all year long. This banana pepper is gonna get dug up and go out there to the secret garden with those others. Bell peppers, I mean, not bell peppers, banana peppers are pretty easy to come by, and they grow fast here and easy. And even in the spring when the other peppers are kind of just warming up, getting going, these dadgum banana peppers, they'll take off. They do good all the time. And Look at this. Right here, closing in on November, and I may accidentally get some corn. Look how short this guy is. I mean, I'm gonna say that is probably, it's less than 3 feet, maybe 2.5 foot tall. And that little baby is trying to make corn. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So, may not be magical corn or anything, but I'm gonna at least get, I think, enough to replant next year, and that just makes my day. I'm gonna do this right next year. So, it's starting to rain on me, and I gotta go make something for lunch. It's my wife and I's 24th anniversary. So y'all have a good day, and come back and see me. I'll try to post some more when something else is going on. See you later.